Traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. As you guys are tuning in, hit that thumbs up button. Can we get up to 300 likes on this recap? Is that possible? We usually get around 6 to 900 people. Can we get 200 likes? That is the goal for this one. In fact, can we do 292 likes? One like for each dollar made. Guys, what a day it was. Another exciting day in the market. Although a little early for us, we shut things down at 10:11 a.m. Very early, didn't really stick around. We did ended up coming back as we heard AURC was on the go, but should have never done it. Was not in the right mindset to come back. Was already zoned out. Was completely zoned out and should have known better. So we'll talk about what I could have done. Um, for me, I don't want to be fighting against myself and the market. I need to be on the same page within myself, if that makes any sense. Because you guys know sometimes we'll have the two different thought process, the fork in the road. Do I want to go left or do I want to go right? Do I want to continue to trade? Do I want to stop trading? On one side it was like, hey, I was up 1100 and found myself only up 400. It's like, man, I gave back $700-800 off the top. I need to get out of here. And so, recognizing weakness, stepping away, which I think at the time was the right thing to do. Whatever you choose is never wrong. You just have to stand by your decision when it comes to leaving or staying. And so I ended up coming back, didn't really mentally get into the zone like I needed to. And when I'm trading stocks like AURC, I need to be locked in because these stocks are a bit spready. They're less forgiving. You need to really be on your game. You need to be quick. You need to be fast. You need to not hesitate. And I think with how things were playing out towards the end of the day for me, it kind of brought about a little bit of hesitation, and getting caught here on stock BFRG. It curls up so beautifully, curls up nicely. It's, lovely move, man. And, I'm thinking here, okay, we were a little tricky to start, but here we are, right? Can we see this W play out? Can we curl back up here and can we consolidate, hold up key levels, and then continue higher? So I started buying around this area right here, right as it was pushing. I started buying, and I knew that there was a chance it could have a hard time. And we've already seen it happen here, right, where it did give this big red candle earlier. But I'm giving it a chance, and I'm not looking to hold long because I know if I'm in there holding for a few minutes at a time, I can get caught even more than 5, 10, 15 seconds at a time. I can potentially get caught in this big type of drop if it decides it wants to come down, right? So it breaks over 50. There's a huge buyer. It runs up to 65, 70. It starts to pull back to 55 area. I'm in. I'm out at like 62. It does it again. I'm like, okay, let's take that same trade for another quick 5 to 8 cents. I'm back in. I blink 2 times. I look back. Stock is down here 22. And I'm like, not again. Not again. Thankfully, I only had 400 shares. Or excuse me, 1,000 shares. We lost $400, or a little bit more than that actually, and we had 1,000 shares. I did tell myself very, very small size here of 500 until this thing can really hold up. But as the big bids started to step in place, I got a little bit more aggressive, and that ended up being the wrong move because this thing just failed miserably. The people who did well on this stock, I think, captured some opportunity in this first area. And, maybe I pulled back right here. They're watching as well for entries. And then that led to a curl back to highs. Because this is an aggressive move. If you could have anticipated this, or if you're watching level 2 closely, and you're watching for the VWAP bounce, it breaks below and then it curls back up right here. So if you're in this thing around, 518, 515, 520, it got all the way up to about, what's this, like 560 over here. So a lot of opportunities, If you hit it correctly with proper size in the right places, you made money. But on the opposite side of the spectrum, if you got too aggressive at high of day right here, you definitely lost money. If you got aggressive here, you lost money. And then again, like I did right here, you lost money. So did you catch the areas in between, right? Did you catch this move? Did you catch the first candle? Did you catch this red to green? So we had three failing areas and three good areas. Were you on the right side of it? That's what it comes down to for this type of stock, right? So moving forward, we don't go back, we go forward. So AURC. I started watching this one, was it around 11? Yeah, I think it was 11:10. Marcelo called this one out in chat. Let's take a look at the chat to get the time. So Marcelo called this one out. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give this thing a look. Yeah, this is around 11:03 a.m. So, there's literally some dialect here, and I'm asking him like, should I come back? Right? Should I come back? I don't know, right? And he's like, man, the volume is a little light, but it did break high of day. So, I'm like, okay, I'll come back. Let's check it out. And it was decent. I didn't see the volume, the level 2 on this first move. But as it continued, I don't think it was bad. I had a chance to put myself in a really good position, but my limit order did not get filled initially, and then I canceled it. If I had left it all, I probably could have gotten a nice fill. I think that might have been on this low, one of these two lows here, right here, or maybe right here. Um, and it was the type of trader I'm trying to give stock a chance. If I get the fill, that could have put me up nicely, and from there is where I could have been a little bit more aggressive. But this stock was tricky at times. We're up $1 a share. Let's say it moves up $1 a share, but then the bids kind of evaporate 80 cents. If you sell at the wrong time, you're getting filled in the spreads on the lows. Just, but besides that, I think it was okay. I think if I'm in a little bit more aggressive state of mind and a little bit sharper, less hesitant, similar to yesterday, we probably make a couple thousand, especially if we would have been willing to use size. So it's definitely on me, this stock. I think it's on me rather than it being a little too tricky or anything like that. I could have definitely been more assertive with my decision making. But again, just, opened up my computer against my will. If you want to say FOMO, if you want to say greed, I don't know. But I kind of didn't feel it to come back, and I did. So that was my problem, right? I had internal conflict, which is not good. You got to be very sure. So there's two. GFAI, just a mess. This one was a mess. Where is it? Positions. Well, actually, let's say it like this. I was not watching this stock at all, so I missed this 3 bar play here, which looks like it might have been great if you had caught it early. Anybody, right? This actually looks pretty good. So there was that. It pulled back to VWAP, bottoming wick. It held up here, so that might have offered something else. This type of stuff I do not trade. But I do like, and if you're paying close attention, usually I'm not, because when the stock does this, I switch away to something else. But if you're paying attention here, there's higher lows coming up. There's a bear flag, and there's a breakout, right? So back over VWAP right here, this could have been an area to be buying, or maybe even lower, depending on if you're very confident. We're not going to really pull back early, but I think I'd wait for VWAP area here. And notice how the volume starts to surge in as well. So this actually offered some good opportunity. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Yeah, this was pretty good. 4, if you're buying down here, the first time it rips up here. So and let's zoom in on the price. So low 43, high of 67, low 43, high of 59, low 43, high of 77. So I bought it up here for the breakout. I missed the lows because I came kind of late. I bought it right here, and it failed. I was assuming, okay, yeah, we are a little extended from the lows at 40, but look at how big the green candles have been, and look at how far the stock has been going. So I thought once I got long, we would have seen something like this, right? I thought I would have been in and the stock just going like that, like literally to the to the off the charts. But that was not the case. Pastor got long and they said yes, we got him. They said we got him, and I took some losses. Okay, moving on. What else do we have? That was GFAI. So a decent stock. And the one that we did well on, so again on this one we're up 1100 pretty quickly in this move up. Uptrending stocks is usually where I'm doing my best. And so this one started taking off, high of 16, over 16 is where I got involved right here as we made the new high into this green candle. We had a low of 07, didn't trust it down there. Got involved here, it pushed up to 26. It pulled back. So we have something that we call the baby pullback, which is whether either when a stock pulls back within the same candle or pulls back and then the new candle then makes a new high, right? So we had a high of 26. It quickly pulls back here to like 19, and from there it rips back up quickly, right? So it's a fast pullback, and it's a pullback where we don't necessarily have a red candle, right? So it's a few ways that we kind of describe it. It's like, hey, either the candle's pulling back within itself, or it's pulling back as the new candle is about to form. Because let's say we push up, then 10 seconds remaining in the candle. We're at what time is this? 9:31 and 50 seconds. The candle starts to pull back. And then at 9:32, the candle opens and starts to surge, right? So there's no red candle, but there's still a pullback. Now we got an actual pullback where there's a red candle here, and then some, right? Pulls back some more. We get a bit of a bottoming wick, and then it rips back up. This right here, I kind of messed up. Sometimes I'm a second late in my thought process, and I thought this pullback was extremely healthy. I said that on stream twice, but I didn't know where the low was going to be. And so I wanted to be patient to kind of let the low price in. And the moment I thought about buying, we went from 34 to 37 or 36. And I mentally felt like, my gosh, I waited too long, and now it's a little too high off of the entry. I wanted 34. But, in hindsight, the low is 32. If I'm in at 36, my risk is still tight. I can always re-average. But I don't know, I just missed that trade and just was not comfortable getting in slightly higher. And it, even with 3,000 shares, man, it went all the way to 59. This would have been a great, great trade. And when I'm in like this, it's easy to recycle. So I can sell and buy back in small dips, right? So frustrated there. This is the first 5 minute pullback. I don't mind the second pullback, which was what this was, but because of how it pulled back, I'm like, you know what, man, I'm gonna avoid it. So it curled up nicely, actually. So again, where in the areas where I'm hesitant to take the entry, stock did well. Stock did well. And so this is first, second, it pushes up right nicely to the 247, which was a level we had pre-market. But this area here I don't like. So it pulls back a third time. I don't really like this area, but it works. It curls up here this time. So this was good, but we didn't sustain the move, and then it was right back down. So I did give back profits on these two green candles going up, which was disappointing. So I went from like up 1K to down to 822. So, again, opportunity does cost, and I shut things down early today. Time that you're not spending doing one thing, or let's say like this time that you're spending doing one thing is time that you're not spending doing something else. So whether you're trading and you're missing something in the real world, I know I kind of say that like if trading is not the real world, although it is, it just seems so different because of how fast cash can be made or lost. But yeah, or you can be trading one stock like this and then missing the other one. I mean, all those things are part of the game, but grateful for a little bit of green. We're off to a good start in the week. Can we see something tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, to finish out the month strong? Today's the 25th. We officially have 4 trading days left in the month. So 4 trading days left in the month. Can we continue to see some good action here? And we'll try and finish it out strong. So with that being said, it's been the Pastor. It's been a good recap. Hit that thumbs up if you have not already. Guys, check out the links down below, right? There's TraderView, which is the software that a lot of us here in the day trading community use to, track our trading performance. So check out TraderView. I do have some coupon codes down below. If you're interested in a scanning software, check out Momo Pro. All right, Momo Pro. This is the software that I use every day to get my watch list stocks. Right, so be sure to check it out. You'll see hot stocks like AURC, ELBM, BFRG, and so forth are on this list. This is a personalized filter that I have, but the no filter is more broad, but you'll still see a lot of the same stocks if you're to scroll down some more, right? So yeah, check that out. Check out the link for the course. If you're someone who's looking to learn how to trade, check out the day trading course that I have. It's called Merciless Markets, right? Merciless Markets. Check out this course. Learn to trade and think like a profitable trader, right? So I came together with another good trader in the community and my friend Marcelo, right? We're a good team, right? We make a good team. 2 6-figure traders for the price of one. So you get to see someone do it a little bit more aggressively in Marcelo. You get to see myself do it a little bit more conservatively. And you guys, as you go through the curriculum, you'll be able to see the strategy, you'll be able to understand it, and you'll be able to put your own twist on it ultimately if you feel the need to. So, uh, think about it, right? If it's something that you think you might need or want, it's definitely here. And whilst there's a stigma about people that sell courses, which I understand, right? I'm not a fool. Uh, you got to be aware of of your surroundings, and I think it's very, if I can just say, rightfully so, because there's a lot of people out here scamming. There's a lot of people out here robbing. There's a lot of people out here lying. People are lying so bad. I mean, I'm never gonna call somebody out. It's not my place. I don't care. Um, unless they're trying to threaten our community with something like nonsense, right? Uh, there's people, and I'm not 100% certain, but this is what I'll say. From how I understand this trading world to work, there are people that I see that it's hard to understand or believe them based of what they show and how they move. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who are not live streaming, the people who are not like transparent. Like when people turn and say, "Hey, here's a video from 2 weeks ago, a month ago," like here's a live trading from last year. Like who cares about that? Like that could be anything. But when somebody is using the same platform as you, which a lot of you guys do, and for the people who don't, I get it, but that's where you can do your research and educate yourself. When you look at my trading broker in thinkswim, I'm so transparent that I show the last 4 of my account number. Who does something so crazy on a live stream, right? But if you have an account in this platform, you'll understand why this account is real, right? There's no way I can click on buttons like this, click on stocks, uh click on the section where I can show my performance for the day. It's beyond a doubt, you know. But what I'll say also is whoever knows. For the people who don't know and they don't care to educate themselves, I could care less, but for the people who are here who are serious, who will do the research and understand that, okay, this guy is actually credible, these people are credible here, you will stand a good chance at being able to elevate, because it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, and only the people who really are serious are going to put in the work to vet others and to make sure that what they're doing, what they're following is legit, right? So yeah, with that being said, check out the curriculum. Code Independence is still live if you want 40% off, right? Code Independence. This is what's included in the membership. We have ongoing lectures. We have the course itself, right? Which goes from zero. This course, even if you're somebody who's like very, very new to the market, the course has you covered. We made sure to not just start on an intermediate level. Like when you go to university, there's like a 101. We have even below 101. There's like a an intro, and then there's like a 101, and then 102, however they have it in the universities, where it's progressive, right? It increases over time what you've learned in the last few chapters. And this is like, it's a lot like math. Like what you've learned in the last few chapters and few years essentially will add on and build, right? Some subjects you don't have to know anything, and you can kind of just jump in and still survive. But math, like your foundation has to be good. So we go from zero, and then we work our way up. So you can always go back, review chapters, things like that. There's weekly Q&As every Sunday around either 12 or 2 p.m. market time. There's Marcelo's live trading archives. There's my live trading archives. And of course, we have a daily watch list, which comes out around 9 a.m. every day. There's low latency streaming via Discord. If you don't know what Discord is the chat room that we use, right? So when we come over here, this is our chat room, right? There's over 3,000 people in here. This is the portion that is dedicated to MMU members. So we have a few members, right? We have 19 members, and you can see they're online here. Most of them not active right now because the markets are closed. But we have 19 members here, and this section is dedicated just for us, right? And then you have access to the main trading floor where the other 3,000 people are, right? Down here. So, you'll have some people just chatting it up and talking and going over different stuff throughout the day. But yeah, there's different call outs and posts of trades and things like that. So yeah, you can even check out the P&L section where you can see crazy, crazy green days from guys like Crispy Trades. MX Trading red today, surprisingly, down 4K. But after him making like 30,000 last few days, a small pullback there. Yeah, you guys can come check it out. In fact, you can check out the P&L section without even being in the chat room. So feel free, right? Feel free. Parjan, small red. Not bad. 1.3 to 130 there. Is there two accounts maybe? I don't know. I'm guessing two accounts. But yeah, you guys can check out the chat, man. There's Mighty, there's Tim, a couple other people. But yeah. So with that being said, stay safe, stay green. Check out the links down below. MMU is here for the people who want to learn a little bit more and are not trying to waste time. And only you can make the decision though, as the person, right? As the trader, the individual. There's no pressure. It'll be here. But what I like about it is that the information is in one place. That's my main thing. In fact, I think, like being real, like, and people probably will think like this guy will probably just talk because, he owns the course. He's trying to sell it. Like, if I had this when I started, I think I could have been better than I am now. I think I could have been able to become green faster with the classes and the community. Um, and I say this to Marcelo and some of the other guys all the time, like without the Discord, if I'm to just be trading here, no day trading community, I'd probably just still be doing 200 bucks a day, thinking that I'm on top of the world. But it's the environment, it's understanding that, positive competition, knowing that I can continue to improve because I'm seeing what else is out there, being motivated every day, these type of things. So, you know, let's make sure to do whatever is in our best interest to succeed. So with that being said, stay safe, stay green. It's been the Pastor, and I am signing out.